Welcome to Back of the Envelope Calculation Theater. Surprisingly enough, we have two iron nodes of normal purity, so miners attached to them output ore at 60 a minute as opposed to 30 a minute. Smelters, however, can only handle 30 a minute, so we're going to have to split the output of the miners into two smelters apiece. Now that's 4 smelters total, each operating at 30 a minute. Now, 2 of those smelters will be inputting ingots into plate constructors, and the output of the plate constructors will be combined and put into a box. And you know what? The third smelter can also go to a plate constructor and be combined and put into the same box. Smelters put out ingots at 30 a minute, and plate constructors take it in at 30 a minute and output it at 20 a minute. So, the total plate output of this setup is 60 a minute. Now the last smelter is going to go into a setup to make screws, but screws are made from rods. So since rods only take 15 a minute, the output of that last smelter is going to have to be split and put into 2 rod constructors. Of course, the output of the rod constructors is also 15 a minute. It'll be combined and put into another box. Now, the output of that box is going to be split and put into 2 screw constructors, which take rods at 10 a minute. And the output of the screw constructors is going to be put into another box. Now, the screws only take rods at 10 a minute, but they output screws at 40 a minute. And the screws are going to be output for the whole thing at 80 a minute. But the reinforced iron plate assembler accepts plates at 30 a minute and screws at 60 a minute. And it only outputs plates at 5 a minute, but that's beside the point. The point is, there will be extras of each part. Extra plates, extra rods, extra screws. And if we need any of those, we can take it from the boxes. Now, the 2 miners operate at 5 megawatts, so that's 10 megawatts total for the miners. All the constructors operate at 4 megawatts. Since there are 11 of them, that's 44 megawatts total. The assembler operates at 15 megawatts. So the total power requirement is 69 megawatts. That'll take 3 biomass plants. That's 1. Shouldn't be too far. That's 2. And that's 3. Of course, I can probably use the third one for something else now, but at least these are claimed. As you can say, I have them. Now, smelters, since they only smelt 30 ore per second instead of 60, let me just, here they are. Conveyor splitters. I'm going to need them. Now, these 2 are close enough together so that I can use both of them for, there we go, together for the reinforced iron plating. I think if I look at my notes here, yeah, the envelope I'm writing these down on the back of, I think I only need 2, but no, wait, I need 3. And maybe a fourth just for iron plates? That would be too difficult. I suppose I can use that third miner for something else. I was not really expecting this, to be honest. I was expecting 3 impure nodes. But this is good, really. If I ever need... Wait, am I... Okay, yeah, this is better. Much better. So each of these has 2 smelters. Oh, and that's the plate factory. Okay, let me just put these smelters down first. I think about what to do with the output of each of these later, but not much later. Yep, there we go. I don't want to put them too close together though, but how on earth do you get rid of the rocks? Maybe you can't. And there we go. Here's where things get interesting. I need two of those smelters have to go into iron plate plants, and then the iron plates go into a box. Maybe the third one can go into an iron plate plant too. Speaking of, let me go back and disassemble the one I have. Wait a minute. This is still going. So, if that didn't shut down... Oh, it was the cement plant. Forgot I still had that running. Never mind that then. Suppose I can reuse the stuff in the iron plate plant for something else. It's all just constructors and such anyway. Wait a tick. Okay, now that I know what that thing is, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it. To do that, to angle it so that I can walk up the ramp. And I guess jump the rest of the way, or at least reach that thing. Yeah, it's a power slug. Now that I know what it is, I want it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I'll take this down later. As soon as I've taken that power slug. Wait a second. Is it my imagination, or did I see something fall through this from the sky, and it impacted somewhere in the west? I'm gonna have to make a note of that. But not now, while there's iron plate plants to be built. Oh, before I do that, let me program the smelters here for iron. Now one of these is going to need, it's going to make rods so that it can make the rods into screws. I'll clear away this brush here. Rods, I think, are made at a rate of 10, I want to say. Oh, that's the iron plate plant. Okay, well, I'll get the rest of the plates from there. And while I'm over there, I gotta double check how much how many rods are produced by a constructor building them. Okay, take all these. These two. Is it my imagination, or does that look a little too dense? Okay, no, it's still just 30 a minute. So while I'm over here, smelt. It's 15 a minute rather than 30, or rather than 10. But together, they're 30. And all three can be used to make screws. If all three are used to make screws, that means 120 screws a minute. Actually, no, 2 out of the 3 can be used to make screws. But maybe I want 3 out of 3 to be screws. Or no, maybe I'd like to keep some rods. There's one thing, though, one thing that I gotta research that I don't think I have, and that's the rates that these are made at. 30 plates a minute, 60 screws a minute. Okay, so, yeah, 60 screws a minute. I was right about that. That thing takes 15 megawatts. Well, I'll have to talk about power calculations later. I imagine there's going to be a lot of biological power plants, or biofuel plants. So with that in mind, I'm going to recreate this, but 2 of the outputs are going to make screws. And leave a box as a buffer. Okay, let's decommission this plant here. Be able to make iron plates somewhere else. So I'm not really decommissioning it per se. I'm moving it. The smelter I'll probably keep. Actually, no, I'll have to disassemble that too because I'm going to need to put it at a different angle. Biomass burner. What exactly? Oh, I'm gonna have to. I'll have to disassemble this too so that I can turn it more towards. Maybe I want to turn one more towards here. Alright, so back to our reinforced iron plate plant with additional rods, screws, and plates left over. So this one down the end here, I'm going to have to split the output in two. Should be it. Okay, I should be standing directly in front of the output. Am I missing this? I don't know, maybe I want it angled this way so that there's room for the iron plate plants and the rest of it. Go. And do I really just have two? Oh yeah. I'm gonna need reinforced iron plates to make my reinforced iron plates. But I'm going to need more of them in general. Tell you what I'll do. I'll put this one down. Get that dotted line, I have no idea. So how many iron plates do I really need? Reinforced iron plates. Let's see. Got some screws already. Okay, so this is for the other rod constructor. And these next, I guess, 6 are for the iron plate constructors, because, yeah, one of them I think should just make iron plates. And then I gotta make 4 more to make rods into screws. about the assembler at the end of it all? 8 of them and 4 rotors. Okay. Seven, 8. How many rotors can I make right now? 3. Oh, it's because I need more screws. I need 100 screws. Okay, now I can make 4 rotors. What else I ought to be able to do? Since I took down that hog, I think I can make some, I'll grab some cable too. Should be able to make the hog into alien protein. Or, well, hog protein, but you get the point. And there's something else that I can research. Yeah. It needs 1,000 cable, but I think I can get that. Okay, yeah, it's easy. I made, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2,210, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Might as well take this too. Okay, back to the research station. Here we go. There. Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It. Can I actually make alien DNA capsules? I get the impression that I can, but I'm not sure. Let me just check. I can, but it takes protein. That's it. Let me see something around here. Okay, it takes 5 of them. Not a substantial amount of rotors, but yeah, 5 alien DNA capsules. Not sure when I'm going to be able to do that, but I guess it'll happen when it can. Wait a minute. Is that another one of those Mercer's views up there? No, I think it's just a It's a node, but it's quartz. Can I get at it here? I'm too low to the ground. I gotta make another temporary build. This time maybe it'll be a bit different here. Let's see. Let's go around here. Unless this is the lowest points, maybe what I can do is there, make a ramp. Put it far enough back. I climb up here. Okay, I still can't reach it. I definitely can't reach it from there. I guess what I ought to do is go to somewhere I can reach it from. Can I extend this ramp at all? There we go. And now I should be able to there we go. Wasn't the most elegant solution, but it worked. Done. All right, let's go back here.